Shahnam Taheri, financial analysis and management consultant. In this lecture, I will talk about collection techniques for businesses, and I hope you enjoy it. There are some objectives about collection. The first objective is collect money from the past due invoices. Secondly, you should maintain the cash flow of business, because you are not the bank of your customer. Remember, you should collect your money on time. And another point of view of collection is to decide about giving credit to your customer in future or not giving any credit to them. And also educate your customer to pay their bills on time, and to learn how to negotiate effectively for the hard accounts. Some of the large companies, they have a special department, we call it Department of Collections or Department of Accounts Receivable and Collection. In some small business that they don't have enough employee or enough staff to collect the money, they give this job to outside companies, collection agencies. Remember, the person that work in a collection department or collection agency, they should be motivated and they should be trained. They know how to deal with the customers. Sometimes if they are very aggressive or if they are some kind of rude, maybe you lose that customer forever. Salespersons also should be trained at the beginning when they go and sell some products to the customer. They should know who is the customer, what are their conditions, what is the reputation of that customer, and give them credit application form. And they should have a very, very close relationship with accounts receivable and collection department. So for the first time that you want to give a credit to new customer, you should have exact and correct information. Having the right information at the beginning is a very, very important, and it is your collection in the future. In some of the trade show, some companies coming, they place order and you don't know who are they. And because you want to promote yourself, you sell to them, but after a while they are disappear, they don't pay it, and you left with a large unpaid bills that affects negatively the profit of your company. What steps we should follow in collection? Number one, after, for example, 60 days, if you didn't get any payment from your customer, you should send a reminder and notice for the past due invoices. Secondly, you should follow up by letters or collection, and if you don't get succeed at the end, use collection agency that they are expertise in this manner in this collection, or doing some legal actions for the large amount of the invoices. For sending a reminder, you can use email, fax, or mailing invoices, and account summary statement at the first stage, or sending a firm collection letter to those accounts with 60 past due invoices, and final letter to give collection agency and legal actions. Another method of collections, the past due invoices, is through telephone collection. The call objective is to get customers' commitment to pay, and there is always golden rule. Preparation means before you call the customer, first of all, clear your objective. Secondly, you should find in the company who is decision making, who is the decision maker, who is the right person in accounts payable, or who is the owner of the business. and prepare yourself for likely non-payment excuses that we will talk later about that one, and plan what is the best time to ring to the customer. Is it in the early morning or in the noon or in the late afternoon? Always you should have different telephone numbers, alternative numbers like cell numbers, or having also the fax number or email address that you can reach the customer. Why collection by telephone is important? Because it's two-way, telephone is two-way communication. And when you talk to your customer, you stress about urgency for payments of past due invoices. And you can understand the customer's situation. Maybe the customer right now is in a bad position, but they promise to pay early to you, or maybe they want to pay as an installment. So there are many options maybe appear. And by telephone, you should be sure and confirm that the message is received. Who is an effective collector? Effective collector is a person that knows the skill of effective communication, number one. Number two, has enough information about customer's account. Number three, is confident, determined, and sometimes diplomatic with the customer. And the person has the ability for problem solving and knows the credit and sales policy of his or her company very well. If you call a customer and customer says that which invoice I haven't paid, if you have that one handy in front of you, so you cannot say your customer, please wait until you go and find the invoices. This is very, very bad. So you should be prepared at the beginning. If there is something dispute between the customer and the product, if your product is damaged or partially is damaged, then maybe you should ask to pay the remaining and not to pay for the damaged product. So you should be aware of all the situation, then contact the customer and talk properly. Now, if you want to call your customer, what is the efficient telephone call? Number one, introduce yourself, your company name, and what is the reason you call. Secondly, you should ask who is the right person that you want to talk to. Your tone should be professional and polite but firm. Voice should be heard without any noise. Clarity, ensure that you are understood and be diplomatic. Emphasize always in your conversation at the beginning and at the end of your conversation for the payment of past due invoices. For example, you owe $100,000 for these invoices and you have to pay on this time. So always should be firm. And remember, you are not the bank of your customer, and you should be firm to get the money paid on time. Your bills should be paid on time.